The question told me it is a polynomial and the question already gave it a name ex. Ax cube plus 5x square minus 4x plus b. I'll explain थोड़ा सा रिमाइंडर फैक्टर थ्योरम with the help of this questions as well ताकि जिन्होंने नहीं समझ आया वो आप समझ लें. It is given that x plus 2 is a factor of px. Again, solve आसानी से हो जाएगा, but try to focus on this. If the question is telling me it is a factor of px, let's see this. Can I write px as x plus 2 times qx, which again is another polynomial of x, which is the quotient? Can I write it like this or not? Just tell me this. Can I say that? Achha, if I want to make x plus 2 0, what is the value of x that I'll need to plug in? Minus 2. If I plug in the value of minus 2, this will make the entire polynomial. दोबारा देखो, if I plug in the value of x is negative 2, this will become 0. And when it will be multiplied with whatever the quotient is, which is again another polynomial of x, the product will again be 0. So if I am plugging in the value minus 2 in this form or in this form, should I get the same answer or different answer? Same answer. So if I find p of negative 2, the answer will also be 0. So find p of negative 2a into negative 2q plus 5 into negative 2 square minus 4 into negative 2 plus b minus 8a plus 20 plus 8 plus b, and the entire thing must be equal to 0. If you simplify this, what is the value of b? If you just want to make b the subject of the formula, 8a minus 28. Check karo, you are getting the same thing. This is one single equation, and how many unknowns do I have? Single equation, but how many unknowns do I have? Two. Two unknowns cannot be solved through one equation. Then read the next statement. When p of x is divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 2. Again, I'll refer to the remainder factor theorem. This is my px. And now when I am dividing it by x plus 1, observe. X plus 1 will be something. It will be multiplied by the quotient plus the remainder, which is 2. Is this right? Can I write px in this form if I'm dividing it by x plus 1? X plus 1 into the quotient of x, which is again another polynomial, and plus 2. X plus 1, if I make it 0, what value of x will I have to plug in? Negative 1. If I'll plug in negative 1 over here, this entire thing will become, and I'll be left with the value 2. So plugging in negative 1, whether in this form or in this form, should give me the same result. So p of negative 1 karte hain. A into negative 1 cube plus 5 into negative 1 square minus 4 into negative 1 plus b. So this will be minus a plus 5 plus 4 plus b, and the value will not be 0 but 2. Now can you solve both the equations simultaneously and tell me what do you end up with? Simply minus a plus 9, and in place of b I can write 8a minus 28 is 2. So 7a is equals to 2 plus 19. The value of a is 3, b is 8a minus 28, so 8 times 3 minus 28. B is negative 4. So a is 3 and b is negative 4. Is this clear? Okay. The polynomial is denoted by px. X minus 2 is a factor of both px and p dash of x. So px is this, and x minus 2 has to be 0 with a value of 2. So if I plug in the value of 2, as it is a factor, 8a minus 40 plus 2b plus 8 will be equal to 0. Simplify this. 8a plus 2b is equals to 32. You divide it by 2, you get 4a plus b is equals to 16. Simplifying it because you know you'll eventually have to use it. What is p dash of x? That is the derivative of p. So if this is p, if I differentiate it, I will get p dash x. Basic differentiation, just AS level, very basic differentiation. 3ax square minus 20x plus b. Remember, this is assumed that you've already done P1 when you're coming to study P3. So some very, very basic concepts of AS levels can be addressed over here. Okay. So 3ax square minus 20x plus b will again be p dash. X minus 2 is also a factor of p dash. So if I plug in the value 2 over here, 3a into 2 square minus 20 into 2 plus b. 12a minus 40 plus b, and this entire thing will again be 0 because x minus 2 is also a factor of p dash of x. Then you can make b the subject of the formula in any of them or substitute them, solve it for the values of a and b. Tell me what do you get. People are telling me when you solve them simultaneously, A is and B is well done. If you say so, मुझे नहीं पता सही है गलत. इसको correct कर लो जिनका B3 आया. This B has to be 4 when you solve them simultaneously. Now the second part of this question. When A and B have this value, factorize P of x completely. One way of doing it is through long division, finding the other factor of Px. Okay, let me write the polynomial with these values of a and b. So px becomes 3x cubed minus 10x square plus 4x plus 8, right? Now I know one of the factors. Which factors do I know for this polynomial? X minus 2. I can either do long division to find the other factor, karo, and I'll tell you the other method as well. Pehle karo. We have figured out the other factor via long division. There was another way to figure it out. I'll just introduce that method to you people. 3x square plus 4x plus 8. Now I know that one of the factors is x minus 2. I do not know the other factor. But I do know that that will be a quadratic one. Why? Because this is linear. It has to multiply with a quadratic so that the answer is a cubic one. Is this clear? So if it is a quadratic factor, how many terms can a quadratic polynomial have? 3, maximum 3 terms. So I'll be considering all the terms, ax square plus bx plus. Then what I can do is, for your ease, if you practice it well enough, you will not even have to expand it, but I'm doing it for you. Let's multiply ax cube, comparing coefficient, bx square plus cx minus 2ax square minus 2bx minus 2c. It looks lengthy, but trust me, it is not. Plus 4x plus 8 is equals to ax cube. There is just one term of x cube, and then b minus 2a, 2 terms of x square, and then c minus 2bx and minus 2c. Now, if I am comparing the coefficients, okay, if I am comparing for x cube, what is the coefficient on the left and what is the coefficient on the right? A. So I figured out the value of a. What if I compare the term independent of x? This x hai nahi. What is on the left? This has to be 2c. Independent of x. Isn't this independent of x? This is 8. On the right, it will be negative 2c. So the value of c is negative 4. Now for b, you can either compare the coefficient of x or x square. Either of them is good enough. I'm using x. So the coefficient of x on the left is 4. On the right, it is c minus 2b. You can plug in the value of c. What is the value of b? minus 4. So now if you wanted to compare for x square, you could have also done that. I have not done it. This is good enough. So the same polynomial can be written as x minus 2 is one factor and the other is 3x square minus 4x minus 4. Is this what you people were getting through long division as well? हाँ, इसकी मिडिल टर्म ब्रेकिंग हम कर सकते हैं. 3 4s are 12. X minus 2. 3x square minus 6x plus 2x minus 4. X minus 2. 3x common x minus 2 plus 2x minus 2. X minus 2, then another x minus 2, 3x plus 2. So the polynomial is x minus 2 whole squared into 3x plus 2. Is this fair? That is how you completely factorize a cubic polynomial. Is this clear?